here's chapter 1. There's a little bit of foibles, a little bit of like flubs. I'm getting a little bit better, a little bit faster, but I'm not going to spend too much time reading it. But here you go, chapter 1. It's a little bit longer. From now on, the chapters are going to be, longer. It was just a prologue before, but here you go, chapter 1. Right. Chapter 1. Half an hour earlier, Joe had gotten out of bed after hitting the snooze on his phone for the 4th time while thinking that someday he was going to smash his phone out of groggy anger. Mornings suck. After the 4th snooze, he had no choice but to get up. It was that or wet the bed. Once up, he proceeded to teeter-totter his way to the bathroom, lightly bouncing along the hallway walls to keep his balance. When you're like Joe and have trouble waking up, sitting is always required for the first pee of the day, or you would end up peeing all over the place. Sitting on the almighty throne, he always checked his social media to see what was happening in the world and discovered that someone had posted a picture of him at a get-together. Bleh, he grunted. He hated seeing himself in pictures. We all hated, but for Joseph it panged a bit more than most. He'd been the bigger baby, the bigger kid, then the bigger adult. He stood 2 inches shy of 7 feet tall and almost as wide. He wasn't exactly fat, but definitely not thin. The proper description would be a dad bod, or portly, but definitely not fat. At 32, he at least wasn't losing hair like most of the people he graduated with he had been doing in the last few years. Everyone gets small wins in life. His dark brown hair flowed past his shoulders, hiding the slight lump that was forming at the top of his spine. Nothing to worry about, he told himself all the time, because his hair would hide it. He always wanted to grow a beard, but that had never been an option. It grew out in patches, 2 sideburns, 1 little goatee, and a mustache. 4 patches that made him look like one of the 3 musketeers. This was definitely not a look he of the portly dad bod clan could pull off, and every weekend by Sunday he would become a musketeer from the lack of shaving. For the rest of the week, a daily shave was needed to keep the patches of ugly gone till the next weekend when he wouldn't shave again for 3 days. Today was Monday, which meant it was a shaving day. He didn't particularly like looking at himself in the mirror and would always make the shaving ritual happen fast. The less eye contact with himself, the better. With both bladder and bowels empty, it was time to shave the ugly out of his face. Joe looked in the mirror, and to his surprise, he had grown more than his normal patchy musketeer look. It appeared that he had grown an even layer of beard hair not only on his face, but everywhere. For some reason, the long flowing hair he had come to love and take comfort in, like a child with their protective blankie, had been chopped off. Did someone break into his place, tiptoe around his bed, and cut his hair? Could there be such an evil person in the world? This went through his head, but as he was running his fingers through his short, coarse, and curly newfound hairs, the train of thought was quickly derailed when he noticed the hair on his hands and arms. What the fuck? He said to himself, more as a breath than words. Joseph Dunham put on his glasses that he kept on the sink, took a few steps back, and almost fainted from the reflection looking back at him through the mirror. Not only had some evil demon cut his hair, but it appeared this demon had also turned him into a bear.